Where does the name for Conwy come from? So today I'm in the walled town of Conwy, which gives its name to the county that surrounds it, Conwy County. So the name for the town actually comes from the name of the river behind me, the Avon Conwy. Avon means river. It comes from the Brythonic word avon. And Conwy is a really interesting and really old name. There's two big theories about what it means. The first one, the older one, and in my opinion the less likely, is that it comes from kin, meaning chief or foremost, and gwy, which is a pre-Indo-European borrowing into the Celtic languages. That means waters or river, and that would mean it literally meant the main river, the foremost river. And secondly, we have the more modern and, in my opinion, more likely theory, and that is that the river's name is made of the word cawn, which means reeds, and gwy, which means water. So Conwy, Conwy, the river of the reeds. The reason why I think this is the most likely one is because of sound changes. Now, when a language changes over time, the sounds change in a really regular way. And in Welsh, you can see the vowel combination ow in Middle Welsh turning into o really commonly. For example, the word for welcome in Middle Welsh was croesaw, which we now know as croesaw because that ow was shortened into an o. And it's the same with Conwy. Another reason is that the Roman settlement further up the Conwy River was called Canowium. Cano is the ancestor to the Welsh word cawn, meaning reeds still, and owium is the word owi, which is gwy, which is the river name, with a Latin suffix ending. So that also kind of points towards the idea that it comes from cawn and gwy. Now, before the town here was built, this was actually the site of a llys of Llywelyn the Great and his grandson, Llywelyn ap Gruffydd. Now, a llys was a little bit like a mix between a manor house and an administrative centre in medieval Wales. But obviously, after the conquest, they knocked it down and incorporated it into the walls. And you can actually see the windows of the original llys in the walls behind me. Now, up until the 1600s, the settlement here was actually called Aber-Conwy, Aber being the outflow of a river and Conwy being the name of the river. And aside from the llys of Llywelyn, there was another large administrative building here, and that was Aber-Conwy Abbey, which after the conquest was moved down to Meynan. And the church behind me is actually partially made of the walls of the original abbey from before its destruction. So following the conquest, the llys was partially destroyed and incorporated into the town walls, and the abbey was destroyed and the monks were all moved down the river to Meynan. And afterwards, Edward built the town walls itself and the castle behind me. So the name literally means the Reeds River or the primary river. Anyway, diolch, thank you. Give us a like, give us a share and give us a subscribe. And if you want to help me on my quest to explain every place name in Wales, you can on my Patreon. The link's in my bio. Diolch. Have a good one.